My dear friends, UGC HRDC, Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar Marathwada University, Aurangabad, all faculty members, good morning everybody. Myself, Mr. Ravi Lamani, roll number 23. Today I am going to present my presentation on Iqbalunnisa Hussain'S Purdah and Polygamy. A feminist aspects in the Iqbalunnisa Hussain'S Purdah and Polygamy. This paper broadly covers the sense of identity, socio-economical conditions, and the family environment in India. The changing circumstances and the way seeking for their own identity with new depth and getting recognition, Iqbalunnisa Hussain has realistically presented her personal feelings, fashions, and emotional, moral, ethical values. Her novel deals with a theme of pre-independence, the era of poverty, hunger, unhygienic, and exploitation in the Indian society. And this novel, she expressed that and her real experience. She has got a freedom from her mother and father, and even her husband also. She got higher education, and she broke her family customs and creeds. She encouraged Muslim girls should get the education and made them fully aware of the society and their problems in the society. She presents they learn many languages. That's why she learned English and Urdu, even her language Kannada also. She was born on 21st January 1900 in Iqbalunnisa of Karnataka state in India. She belongs to the Sunni culture of Islam community. She was admired herself the Western culture and sense of liberty, and present her parents were the patriots, and her parents' ancestors also fight for the independence of India. She was married at the age of 15 to Syed Muhammad Hussain. Her husband encouraged to her make her higher education. She is fortunate woman. She is fortunate woman. And after her marriage, she got that kind of the rights and freedom from her husband and parents. And she is the first woman, Indian Muslim woman, got that the higher education, and she led that university. And she started an experiments and achievements for the female and male for the uplifted them, and she decided herself to the cause of social service and fight for the social recognition of the widows and divorced women. Iqbalunnisa Hussain is revolt against the evil traditions of the Indian Muslim community. She is like Taslima Nasreen of the Bengali novelist, who is also fight for her rights. She has strongly criticized the evil traditions of the Purdah and Polygamy. Iqbalunnisa Hussain was the only South Indian Muslim woman of the pre-independence Indian period who wrote in English. The book of Iqbalunnisa Hussain, Purdah and Polygamy, and Taslima Nasrin's Lajja are directly or indirectly revolt against their Islam community. There is no scope for the welcoming changes in tradition, customs, and religious practices. Purdah and Polygamy, novel published in 1944, it is a remarkable novel. Before independence India and it is a story of three Muslim business family generation, and this story is the center of the Muslim household, which is located in the heart of an unnamed Indian city. Those are the fully orthodoxical traditional family in India. The hero of the novel, Umar, is a rich and orthodox family, man and commercial too, but not least his wife Jura. He has created his home as hermitage with the restriction of Purdah. He has rented 6 rooms of a big house. And half of the novel revolves surrounding the relationship of mother and son. They strictly maintain their relationship with the full of respect and orthodoxically, but Kabir is an uneducated, clumsy man, and his family grows bigger one. And he got married without consulting to his mother. This is the crisis in his family. His mother is not like and believe the unfair wife because she was not his like mother's choice. But Kabir's mother tortures to his wife and she told him, get another marriage. Iqbalunnisa Hussain expressed, the man Kabir is an unsatisfied and unstable-minded man. His first wife Nazni is too weak and sickly woman, and his second wife Munira is too ugly and common woman, but his third wife Maqbul is too bold and independent woman. The novel ends with the 4th marriage of Kabir. The Kabir's first wife came his home and she shocked to find her husband's 3 wives. And she is not like what happens. She loves book more than her husband. She contributed many poems in Indian magazines. Kabir is also a poet and he encourages to her writings, but his mother is not interested to look and she treated it as meaningless activities. Iqbalunnisa Hussain is narrating the story of her novel Purdah and Polygamy. Still, the Kabir's time lapses. After the Kabir and his mother Jura died, first wife, son Akram and Nazni is followed the same, his father and mother's staff. And the senior woman or the leader of the family this is a cycle of the Indian society. And Hussain shows her anger at the injustice of practice came through on the every moment in the novel. That is the submission, rejection, and servitude has its own significance as far as the feminine word in concert, and very effective in making the man favorably minded towards a woman. But many an unfortunate and helpless women, they can't tolerate themselves without any argument and actions. And in this novel, we observed here that the character Jura, mother of Kabir, is played the role of in the relationship between mother-in-law and daughter-in-law. And this book takes into the account of the confluence, different factors in the studying preserves on a prospects for the mobility of the Arab Muslim community. Iqbalunnisa is saying, as a social respondent woman, she is practiced as a teacher of a Urdu school in Bangalore, and she started social activities with her friends Kamlamma and Nanjamma, the Mahila Seva Samaj in Bangalore. Hussain loved the Hindu culture and communities, and she believed that her own restricted community also. And she believed Hindu god and goddesses and visited many religious places across the country. And she wore the Hindu like dress, and she visited the pilgrim centers like the Banaras and Haridwar. Iqbalunnisa Hussain is one of a pioneer Indian Muslim woman, works this book on a range of social reform topics. The book deals with some of the most significant social ills that the plagued Muslims of South Asian in the time of mid-20th century. She also writes a dowry and beggary in India, the position of women in Islam, and Indian Muslim experience, the status of Indian woman, and the girl guides the movement of India. This book breaks a myth of Muslim women being passive, oppressed, and apolitical. It looks at mostly the forgotten lives and choice of women for the 8th to the early 20th century in Muslim countries. The writer expresses the reality that Muslim society is extremely patriarchal, treated their women badly. The existing condition of the society through their writing, but also the solve problems. Iqbalunnisa Hussain has realistically presented her personal feelings. And finally, she shows her feminist moral concern through the in-depth of investigation into the sexual and unhygienic practices in the Indian society. And she has seen the serious conditions of women in Indian society. She protests against the brutal conditions happening in her surroundings through the writings, and has created awareness among the feminine world. The writer aim is not only to depict the existing conditions of the society, but their intention is that to solve the social problems. This is my presentation. Thank you very much.